Namaste, my friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and I help people navigate through their spiritual awakening process. And today I'm going to talk about the purging cycle of the awakening or the ascension process. This is not an official name. This is rather just a term I feel is appropriate based on the symptoms associated with this experience that I would bet almost every single one of you can relate to. So in the beginning, I'm going to talk about the nature of this purging cycle, which in it of itself, hearing it, knowing that it's okay and normal, I think will ease your mind. But more importantly, towards the end, I'll tell you what you can do or what to do when you're in the purging cycle. So I'm going to go over 4 signs that you are in the purging cycle. Number 1 is you're physically a mess. In some way. Your body's going through something. There's some sort of physical issue. I have a cold right now. That's kind of an example right there, but oftentimes it can be worse. In the beginning, I used to go through these purging cycles a lot more frequently and a lot more intensely. One of the things that would happen to me is I would get these random, horrible rashes that I had. At one point I went to the doctor and they're like, wow, there's like a million different places you could have gotten this. So it was something that drove me crazy because I couldn't figure it out. It was incredibly uncomfortable. It would spread throughout my body so viciously that I couldn't even sleep. I was just miserable. And that's one of the many examples. So oftentimes it can be an intensely undesirable physical illness, sickness, some sort of a health scare sometimes. You just find your body in like where it's struggling a little bit. So usually that's just, again, it's a physical representation of the transformation, the purging you're going through. It's indicative that you're purging a lot of not only physical yuckiness, but just emotional heaviness, baggage, energetic, misaligned beliefs. A lot of this process is very physically demanding. It's the whole thing is that our bodies are trying to get used to more light energy, but that causes a lot of our darkness to have to purge out of us. And again, oftentimes it's manifested in some sort of annoying physical symptom. Number 2, perhaps the most notable, unusual, unique type of symptom associated with this cycle. It's like, I'll do my best to describe it, but it's like you're crawling in your skin. There's a very high level of discomfort and angst, like you're experiencing energetic dissonance, and it's just like I can't really describe it much better than that, but there's a feeling of it's not like so much an emotional misery or like, man, I'm really sick. That's there, but it's more of just like something's not right. You're not in your groove. You're not in alignment, and it just feels like just really, really rough, man. And it's a unique way of going because many of you know I used to be a drug addict, a heroin addict, and when I would come off the drugs and I go through the really intense withdrawal symptoms, there was a similar feeling of crawling in your skin, of just feeling like, ugh. And it's like that, but it's different. It really seems, at least from my subjective experience, to be very unique to this ascension awakening process. I personally think it's a lot to do with the actual new energy, the ascension energy is coming in and attempting to raise our vibration. And it's just like it's a transient experience we go through as we shift, as we adjust our frequencies and purge out all that is not in alignment with this new energy. Number 3, and perhaps this is ideal, but you'll find that your life seems to be on hold. Projects, forward movement, it's at a standstill. So there's nothing to look forward to. There's sometimes when you're really feeling crummy, but things are going really well in your life. You just got a new job promotion. It's like, it can kind of like lift you up out of that. You can kind of look past it, but it's like a total whammy of crap. It's like you feel you're sick, you got some crazy rash or something, you got that crawling in your skin, and for no reason that you can decide, life is just on hold. You're not moving. Maybe you're waiting to hear about a job you might get. Maybe you met someone and is passionate and you're kind of like falling in love, but they're on this crazy vacation and you're in this waiting limbo period. We don't know what's going to happen. There's some things maybe on the horizon, but again, there's nothing that you can kind of like lose yourself in the future that'll help you alleviate this anxiety. There's a totality of this experience for whatever reason. But so again, a lot of me telling you all of this is so you know it's okay. This is very normal. I've gone through this purging cycle 1,000 times throughout my awakening to varying degrees. And there's good news. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We'll get to that in a moment. Number 4, the last one. They're all fairly uniquely uncomfortable. I know this one is as well. It's where you start to become aware, more self-aware, aware of a lot of things. You gain insight into your inner workings and how it's playing out in your decisions and behaviors in life. And you're realizing there's a lot about yourself and your life that you really got to change. You want to change. Like, wow, I can see now so clearly how dysfunctional this behavior is, and you watch yourself do it. And the annoying thing is you won't, in this stage, you're not able to really do much about it. So it can be very overwhelming, very frustrating as you're bombarded with insights to all of your shortcomings and dysfunction that you don't seem to be able to have much of a handle on. It's like it'd be nice to come into the awareness of, yes, I'm doing this because of this, and it's creating this that I don't like. I'm going to change it. But it's like you become aware so prematurely that there's all this momentum, and you just continue to act it out. But now you do it consciously, which is in a sense even worse because the whole ignorance as bliss thing, you're realizing there's more of a greater degree of like just self-dissatisfaction. Like, wow, I'm really disappointed in my poor performance here. But, so those are indicative that you're going through this sort of purging process, this purging cycle. But here's what you do, and here's what it implies. For one, what it implies you're releasing a lot of stuff, a lot of vibrational heaviness that plays out in your life in a million different ways that is preventing you from matching the new energies that are attempting to raise your vibration. And that implies raising your vibration means improving, refining your life experience on all levels. And this is just a cycle where it's like, you know what, we're going to sit back here and we're going to rewire you so that you can lift up comfortably and experience this higher plane of existence. But in the meantime, you got some purging to do, man. You accumulated some baggage during the course of your life. Who hasn't? So it's a good thing. It's a very positive thing that implies a big noticeable shift just ahead. And what you do here is, during this time, as I mentioned, with sign 4, you get a lot of insights, a lot of ideas, a lot of realizations. And again, yes, it's frustrating that you're unable to always put them into action immediately, but write them down. This is an amazing time to make a bullet point list of all your insight, because there will come a time again when your health improves, that crawling in your skin goes away, because you pop back into your groove, and you're like, yes, the connection will return. Therefore, the willpower will return. And so long as you've taken some good notes, you will be able to really more easily implement these new adjustments into yourself, your behavior, your thinking, your lifestyle, your day-to-day routine, whatever. And it'll work, it'll click, and it'll lock you in to this upgraded version of your life. But like a lot of you, I didn't know any of this. This was all like, what the fuck is going on with me? All this stacking up of all these problems. What's the deal? I was just floating around in the clouds 2 days ago, and now I can't even get out of bed. I don't know what the hell's going on with my life. I'm crawling in my skin, and I'm realizing how much of a freaking nut job I am, and I can't do anything about it. Well, welcome to the Ascension process, folks. It is what it is. But you can maximize the benefits you can assimilate out of every single one of these stages, which is why I sometimes break them up into stages in these videos. It's more just to help people's minds learn how to, again, it's to kind of help everyone not respond to these changes in the way I did, having no idea what was happening to me. I want you to know it's very normal what you're going through. Yes, it does suck. There's no getting around that, but it holds a very positive outcome. And if you can, again, learn to yield to them more than I did and benefit from them more, I believe that a lot of you can move through them a lot faster and more effortlessly than I ever was able to. So that is my hope of this video. I will peace out now. I got some other videos to shoot here. I'll see you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Thank you for all the likes and the support and the comments and all the nice things you guys are always saying to me. I do appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Namaste.